What do you think is between you and what you want? Is it the body you are born in? Is it the family you are born in? Is it the life you are stuck in? Nah, man, it is you, and only you. Everybody is capable of having success, but most of us have no clue how to achieve it, especially when it is a process of several steps. That is why I, Jesse, will introduce you to the first season, 7 Steps to Financial Success. Actually, these are 7 problems you have to overcome, starting with the problem number 1, bad habits.
Habits, big fancy word, means something very simple. Behaviors that you repeat without even thinking about it. When you pull your pants on in the morning, I guarantee you either put your left or your right leg in first. And you have to stop and think about which one it is, don't you? But not when you're putting your pants on.
Right, exactly.
Because that behavior is what researchers call a habit loop. It gets encoded as a closed loop system right here. Now, the problem for most of us is that half of the day we're on autopilot. And that's not me making a guess. That's what researchers that study habits and study psychology say. That half of your day, you're basically kind of checked out and you're on autopilot. And when you're checked out and you're on autopilot, any behavior pattern that you repeat can take over. And guess what are behavior patterns that we repeat? Thinking patterns. So self-doubt, worry, procrastination, overthinking, analysis paralysis, fear. Those are all thinking patterns that are habits. One of the most important things that I want people to understand is that you're actually not a worrier. You have a habit of worrying. Big difference. You're not a procrastinator. You have a habit of procrastinating.
And that is what it is. Bad habits may result in actions, but they start in your head. The second step will be hard to understand what money does and what it actually is. The answer might sound obvious, but believe me, it is not. There is a lot of misinterpretation of money out there, and that is the reason why most people are controlled by money, instead of being in charge when it comes to financial decisions. And that leads us to our next problem, where to get money. You have to pay for so many things that there is nothing left at the end of the month, right? Wrong, my friend. That is you mismanaging your money and setting the wrong priorities. 80% of success happens in your head. If you do not believe that you will be successful, you won't.
Obviously, you knew somewhere inside yourself that you were destined to be famous, because I think it's really a marvelous thing, that visualization thing you did. Do you all read about this or hear this? That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as...
Yeah, I would visualize,
This is when you were broke and poor.
You know, right, having directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, you know, I like your work or whatever that is. And I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever. And I had nothing at that time, so it was like, but it just made me feel better. It made me, at that time, all it really was for me was kind of making me feel better. I would drive home and think, well, I do have these things, and they're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there.
So didn't you write yourself a check? I heard that you did. Is that true?
I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995, and I put it in my wallet, and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff, but then just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber, maybe.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah. So you visualize yourself like... Visualization works if you work hard.
Well, that's the thing. You can't just visualize and then, you know, go eat a sandwich.
I love that.
And I love that too, because it is so true. You need to awake the very same creative thinking you had when you were young. It is still in you, and it will help you to overcome any circumstances and obstacles given by Mother Nature or other people. You might not be able to run 100 miles per hour fast on your own feet, but this does not mean that you are not able to move from A to B with a speed of 100 miles per hour or even faster. And speed is what you need, because our time is limited and our only asset that you can't multiply. You can just guard the time that is given to you as the treasure it is, making sure that nobody, including yourself, will waste a single piece of it. But how do you get rich if you do not want to work for it 40 years or longer? I mean, the actual formula behind it. We got this covered as well, dude. Don't worry about that. We will also show you ways to create additional incomes without additional work time. We will grab your hand and show you how to start. How to start a better life. How to start in the life you are born to live. So that being said, do not miss the start of Season 1, 7 Steps to Financial Success, starting at November 18th. Every week, 1 episode. Subscribe to the channel and don't miss a single one, or you will be screwed. Yeah, man, screwed. Sorry about that, dude. November 25th, 7 Steps to Financial Success, here on ClueTube.
I got the